Peace be with you, children of the Most High. Yeah, there are direct and indirect impacts of our actions to others. Sometimes we do something which will negatively impact on the behavior of other people, whether we do it willingly or unwillingly. In the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 6, it is written, Jesus said, "If anyone causes one of these little ones, those who believe in me, to stumble, it would be better for them to have a large millstone hung round their neck and to be drowned in depths of the sea." Jesus said, if anyone causes those who believe in him, those little ones, to stumble, those actions must be taken against him. We should not be selfish in our behaviors. Sometimes we do something which might affect others around us. We are too selfish. When we do something, we say maybe these people, whatever I'm doing is none of their business. But sometimes, yes, it's none of their business, but we affect them. They believe, but sometimes we make them stumble. Some of them, they're not such strong to resist what you are doing. Sometimes they think what you're doing is right. You make them stumble. We'll discuss a little concerning weak Christians. There are some Christians who are not as strong as they are, as others, I mean. These people to stumble is very easy. Your actions or my actions can make them stumble, can make them wrong God. For example, music. If you have a weak Christian who maybe is running away from secular music, he is still growing, he's still struggling. He or she comes to your house maybe for 3 nights or 3 days, or maybe for some time, and you know their challenge, what they're going through. Then you go on and put that secular music. You might make them fall back. You are accountable. Maybe if you don't know. But if you are aware, what these people are going through, what they're trying to avoid, please avoid such. Remember, music have spirits. Lucifer used to sing, knows all sorts of music. So secular music can affect these people. Movies, even these soap operas, some of them look very nice, but do affect people, Christians. Those very strong people can turn off their TV. They can come to your house and decide, no, I'm not going to watch this. But some can't. Some of these movies have subliminal messages. Be careful when these people visit you. Whether you are in college, maybe you're at work, or wherever you are, even at your own home. Some of these people are fleeing from doing certain sins. Then you make them come back to sin. Let's be careful. Our dress code. Be a man, be a woman. People always say, my dress, my choice. But sometimes it's not about you. It's about them. It's about others. If your dress code can make other person to stumble, please stop it. Even if it's you're advertising something, maybe you're advertising underpants. But remember that the person who's watching those photos, who's watching those adverts, you can make them stumble. Some can't resist. So don't say, my dress, my choice. Yes, it's your choice. But how about other person who is next to you? Whether in church, whether at home, whether in college, whether in school, whether at workplace. Some people cannot resist when they see ladies with short skirts. That is your choice. Yes. Some ladies also cannot resist seeing men passing with underpants, maybe in a plot. So let us be careful not to be so selfish with our behavior. Another thing which can make other people stumble is harsh rebuke. Harsh rebuke, especially to older people, maybe at workplace, in church, at home. The book of First Timothy, chapter 5, verse 1, it's written, "Do not rebuke an older man harshly, but exhort him as if he were your own father." Older people behave differently from younger people. Maybe if it's in a workplace, you rebuke this person harshly. Sometimes they regret so much about their behavior, they decide to resign. But remember, they have families at home. Yes, you never made them resign directly, but that's an indirect impact. You have to correct these people with love. Role model. You can become a role model to an individual without your knowledge. You can become a mentor indirectly without your knowledge. Whatever you're doing sometimes influences other people. You have to see who is around you. Those with weaker faith, sometimes you can make them stumble. You can be a role model to your own children. You go to church in the morning, in the evening, you go to the bar, take alcohol. Your children cannot understand. They cannot differentiate you and those who don't go to church. They see everybody takes alcohol. How are you doing about it? I had a friend some time back who was a Muslim. And during fasting, the 40 days Ramadan fasting, one time he said, okay, I'm not going to fast. He goes somewhere, hide, and decide to eat. I asked him, why are you eating in secret? Why are you hiding? He told me, please, if others are fasting, I'm not going to eat in front of them because I'll make them stumble. I'm not saying maybe it was right or wrong, but there are some behaviors which we don't need to do in front of our children. I'm not justifying that it's good to do it while hiding, but try as much as you can not to make other people stumble, whether they are people, bigger people, they are older people, or younger people. Jokes. Nowadays, there are so many people who crack jokes everywhere. There are so many comedians, but some comedy is totally against God's will. Yes, you can laugh with other person, but are you making them stumble or not? Some people like flattering with other people's husbands, with other people's wives, with other people's boyfriends, with other people's girlfriends. But you can make that person stumble without your knowledge. You write a text message, an SMS to somebody's husband, to somebody's wife, to somebody's girlfriend or boyfriend. Maybe they're engaging. And for you, it was a total joke. But you might make these people break the relationship. You make them divorce. You make them stumble. You are accountable. You can't say, oh, you people, you're not strong enough. You are accountable. Tough language. There are some languages, especially in military, but not necessarily in military. Maybe those people who watch these horror movies sometimes, tough languages, maybe these fighting, violent movies, the use of F word. To some people, it's just an expression of anger. But you can make the other person stumble because he or she might answer you back using the same F word. He means it or she means it, but maybe you are just expressing anger. Let's observe our language. Let's not use vulgar language to another person. Some people don't mind, of course, don't mind the language. They don't care so much. But others, it hurts them. You make them have bitterness. And remember, the spirit of bitterness, God doesn't like. New convertees in church, for example. Sometimes maybe someone was a sinner, was a prostitute, was a drunkard, was a murderer outside there, was a gossiper. Then he decided to convert, to come to church. These new convertees sometimes don't need to be given so much rebuke in church. They don't need to be used as examples in church. You might make these people stumble. Sometimes don't check so much on their outer, but try to check in their inner person. It takes some time for a new convertee to be a strong Christian. It needs mentorship. It needs coaching. It needs him or her checking others, how they are behaving in church. So new convertees, they usually come with one or two behavior which the church doesn't like. Don't use that person so much as an example of misbehavior in church. Yes, rebuke them politely. Yeah, the book of Romans, chapter 14, verse 1, it says, accept the one whose faith is weak, without quarreling over disputable matters. Sometimes even, not even the new convertees, even other Christians, sometimes they are a bit weak. There are some discussions they might have, they might ask you, maybe to eat this or not to eat that. You need to show them these are things which are shadowy in the Old Testament, but the real thing maybe in the New Testament. So don't use them as an example in churches. The entertainment industry. Nowadays we have this twerking dance. You see ladies dancing, maybe in a party, maybe in a fundraising, in certain celebration. They go towards the VIP table, they twerk near men. And sometimes when these men don't resist, they are questioned by their wives. Sometimes when these women don't resist, they are questioned by their husband at home. Sometimes you make these people stumble without your knowledge, but try to imagine behind the scene what is happening with those dance moves. Some are very demonic, but when you're told it's demonic, you start asking where is it in the Bible. The show off attitude. Some of this attitude, people, the show off, make other people to stumble. You find individuals, maybe group of people, maybe go to, they hire vehicles, they hire cars, specific cars, then they go and rave somewhere, chop money, they throw money to where they think they are weak ladies. And for sure, some of these ladies cannot resist. You make them stumble. Yes, you blame them, you say, okay, maybe they're not strong enough, but they make them stumble. If you're one of them, or if you see these people, try to help. The stronger ladies, yes, of course, they can chase these people away. They can just find this a joke, but some take it very seriously. Some men have gone ahead to borrow somebody's house, to bring a lady there, to show this lady, this is my area, this is where I live. They show them different estates, telling them, this is my place, this is my estate. They get married to this lady. After sometimes, the lady realizes, no, this is not your place. Then they divorce. You as a husband, you'll be accountable. Because maybe this lady never thought of divorcing, but she thought maybe she's marrying, she married to a wrong person because of the lies. Show off. Not all policemen are corrupt out there. There are some who are very innocent. Some individuals always try to bribe police when they are in a wrong. I've seen a police refusing bribe. And the conductor of the vehicle we are in tried to force the police to take the bribe. The police just went away. And we had to go. And the driver said, okay, him doesn't like to be bribed. But this driver, this conductor, wanted this police to stumble. But thank God, the police said, no, I'm not going to take this bribe. That is trying to make somebody stumble. Threats. Threats make people stumble. Whether in a family, maybe your daughter or your son has not done something wrong, but you come back from work, from where you are, from church, or from mosque, you find that something is wrong. Then you force your son, you force your daughter to accept he or she's the one who did it, so that maybe you threat her or you threat him. No, he will not eat or she will not eat. So the poor son or the poor daughter of yours, or the poor sister, the poor brother, accept he or she's the one who did it, at least not to eat or to be given some favors. You make these people stumble. Even in public companies or private companies. Yeah, maybe in a school, maybe it's a headmaster who is being forced to take a rude student to his school, or else he's threatened to be given a transfer to a very hard places. So sometimes you make this headmaster to accept because maybe he thinks, okay, if I don't accept this man, maybe this student, I'll be given a transfer to a very hard places, away from my family, away from my business. So you make this person is made to stumble. Of course, they have part to blame. Of course, they have part to blame. But you as an individual, try to observe your actions should make no one stumble. Try your best. May the Lord make us know these things, make us understand our actions can directly or indirectly impact on others. God bless you and peace be with you, Lord's people. Amen.